Certainly was more than my expectations. I've learned things that I didn't expect to come here to learn with regard to nutrition, with regard to my own personal health, and my vision has definitely made an improvement in the 3 days that I've been here, so I'm just looking forward to spending more time on the protocol and hopefully improve my vision even more over a longer period of time. It took me 2 years to pull the trigger to come here, and I wish I had done it sooner, and I would advise anybody, if they're waffling one way or the other, it's certainly worth the trip.
Wellness Eye Clinic, with the hopes that I could get so that I could see numbers on the telephone again and read some things, because I couldn't read anything except with a magnifying glass, and it was very frustrating. And I've been here 3 days and have improved immensely. My right eye, which was called legally blind by my eye doctor that I had at home, has greatly improved. It's just almost like a normal eye, and I'm just very pleased with the program. It's not only for the eyes but for the whole body, so that the body can help the eyes, and I'm very impressed with that, and I just highly recommend it.
Before I came here, I really didn't have an idea of what to expect. My mom has macular degeneration very bad, and she can't see, and so for me this was a preventative measure as much as anything. I had friends who had been here and they had received wonderful results, and with that I felt that it was going to be a great program, and I wasn't disappointed. Everything was wonderful from the first moment I arrived until now with my exit interview. The things that I learned were very helpful as far as nutrition and the things that I can do to prevent getting macular degeneration like my mom has. I do already have it, but to keep it from getting worse than what it already is. With this, I learned a lot about the things that are toxic for our bodies, and to the things that I can help in the future by eating organic and not to cook things as much as I have in the past, and just overall health to help me detox and keep my body as healthy as I can in the years ahead.
Yeah, I think that, well, first of all, this has been a life-changing experience for me, being here on many different levels. And I think Dr. Kondrot is a very rare physician indeed, because he is taking risks, breaking out of the mold, and being very creative in employing different modalities to try to help people with their vision problems and other problems, and considering the whole person, because I, as well as probably everybody that's been here these 3 days, realizes they have to address the other part of their body too, is to pursue it. Don't be afraid. What you experience here is something that's very positive, very affirming for yourself, and very affirming to put you on the path to improve whatever seems to be bothering you.
Well, I got here out of the blue in a way, because I didn't know much about it until I saw it on the internet. Some help with my eyes to work with it in a way that's not so brutal as injections every so often for the wet macular degeneration. So I came here with expectations pretty high, because I believe really in homeopathy, but also curious how it was going to hook together with this eye problem, because it's a kind of acute. So as I go through this program, I'm just totally amazed about what all is available that I didn't know about in terms of various therapies and devices and the knowledge of the people here, and then the combination of the different doctors working together, I think it's awesome. And the way that my left eye is working now, or starts working, after being asleep for so long, and nobody ever said that there would be anything possibly to be done with that. So I have now this really happy feeling about my eyes are both going to work. And I feel pretty optimistic about the illness itself. I feel like with all this help and the good care and the appropriate taking care of it, I think I'm going to see for a long, long time. Yes, I feel very good about that. So I cannot even say what expectations. I had no clue that this was going to all be possible, and so quick, results being there, so quick as well. It's unbelievable. It's like miracle. I have a little other thing, you can edit out. But I took the tarot cards and laid the spread, and the final outcome was the Magician, which I really kind of flashed back on once in a while. I thought this is like alchemical process. Everything works together. The physical, the emotional, the psychological, and the spiritual. It's all working together. It's alchemical processing and optimizing the life force, working towards optimal health. So I really think that's happening in this process.
One of the things that really impressed me was in Dr. Kondrot's program was the intensive attention that each patient received by him and through his staff. Intensive 3 days. It wasn't like going into a professional doctor's office and only having a short time with them. And so with this, you had a chance to discuss your situation more in depth and receive feedback from that more in depth. And I found it quite helpful, and I found it stimulating. I really appreciate that. I have to admit that I didn't have that much interest to begin with. My wife had a condition that her homeopathic doctor suggested Dr. Kondrot's clinic, and I came along, but I also realized I had some eye problems, and so I agreed to participate as well, and I'm glad I did. So I would say for anyone who has some doubts that way, if you're experiencing some eye conditions, certainly it's worthwhile giving it your attention and go.